If you're new to Google Ads, we are going to look at some of the 9 most common performance metric terms that you come across or you hear people throw around but you would like to understand. So there are a lot of terms that are used in Google Ads, but I've picked out the first 9 that are actually very important. I consider them some of the basics that you need to understand when you are managing a Google Ads account. So some of the terms that we're going to look at here are impressions, impression share, clicks, CTR, conversions, cost per conversion, CPC, cost per action or acquisition, and conversion rate. Now, this is going to be an in-depth overview of these terms here because I want you to understand them from the very basic part to the part where you know what each and every one of them does. So we are going to break down each and every single one of these terms here within this space here and explain what it means, why you need to understand it, and how you can leverage it or use it for your ads or for your campaigns. So let's dive right into it. So the first term here is impressions. Impression simply means the number of views that a certain ad copy or an ad gets within a campaign. You can have one campaign that has multiple ad groups or ad sets, and each ad group, ad set, or ad copy or ad campaign gets its own impression. So this is simply the number of views on an ad. So it's basically how many people got to see your ad, the impression. That is what impression means. Moving on to the second item here is impression share. Now, impression share is measured based on your competitors, people who are running ads within the same location for the same keywords or targeting the same audience. So this is usually measured in percentage. So if you have, let's say, 3 companies running, let's say, digital marketing service campaigns within a certain location, the number of people that see your ad will be presented to you in a percentage format based on all the available potential clients within that location. So if, let's say, you have 5 different people marketing digital services, and then your campaign gets 25% impression share. So this means that the rest of the 75% is shared among other companies that are advertising the same service. So that is what impression share means. It's basically how much of the impression you get from the total available impression within the same location for same businesses selling a similar service or using the exact same keywords as you. Number 3, we have clicks. Now, clicks is as simple as it is. It is the number of times that potential clients get to tap on your ad, whether it's a link or it goes to a phone call, or it goes to WhatsApp chat. So clicks are basically taps. We do taps because most people visit ads using mobile devices. So taps on your ads, and like we've said, this can lead them to different destinations, calls, WhatsApp, or a website where they can complete the conversion. Number 4, we have CTR. CTR is the short form of click-through rate. Click-through rate. Click-through rate. Let's capitalize the first letter. Click-through rate. Now, click-through rate measures the amount or the number of times, so the percentage at which potential clients view and click on your ad. There are certain factors that contribute to this. One of those could be relevance. How relevant is your ad to the person you're advertising it to? And this sorry, this can be affected by the type of keywords or phrases that you use to target your client. If you have a keyword or a phrase that is too broad, it might reach people who are not interested in your ad and they might not click it. So you'll find that you get so many impressions, but then you have very low click-through rate. Now, what is considered a reasonable click-through rate? This usually varies from 5% to 20, 30, 50%, and it also varies from one niche to another or industry to another. Sorry. So you want to try to research on your industry the average click-through rate and try to match up that so that you get conversions. And also remember that your ad copy determines if you're going to get any clicks on your ad. Your destination that defines the conversions, so research on that. The next item that we have here is conversions. Now this is a metric that is very, very important because it determines the success of your campaigns. So number 5, we have conversions. Now conversions can be divided in different types based on the type of business that you are running. Conversions can be product purchases, it can be appointment booking, it can be a service booking, and it can also be just a call to schedule a meeting. So conversion refers to the number of sales as a overall that you get from either your product or service. So this can be equated to sales or bookings. And usually these bookings, they don't convert completely, and we're going to look at why bookings and sales might not eventually materialize, because we have things like cancellations and we have things like returns. And that takes us to the next item. So from this we are going to jump to let's say number 8. So 5 to 8, and then we'll go back 6, 7, 9. So 8, we have CPA. There's a reason why I've made this number 6. So this stands for cost per acquisition. Now when you're talking about acquisition, we have raw leads and confirmed leads. So raw leads are when somebody books an appointment and they are not sure if they want the service. They have not confirmed that they really want the service. They've shown an interest, they've filled a booking form, and they may or may not convert. So when I talked about conversions, most cases you should measure conversions based on confirmed sales or bookings, because if you do it as an overall, you might be having the wrong metrics. So CPA, cost per acquisition, you have acquisition, which are raw leads, and you have confirmed leads. So let's just write here cost per acquisition. Some say cost per action, cost per acquisition, or action. We skipped number 6. So the 6th one, we have going to make it number 7. We have cost per conversion. Cost per conversion. This really works well for e-commerce and service businesses. To understand, it is important to understand cost per conversion. If you are selling a service and you are running ads, you need to understand how much it costs you to get one qualified lead, because you can have a cost per conversion indicated as $25 for instance, and if you do your calculations later, this mostly reflects on raw leads. But if you want to get the cost per conversation for qualified leads, then you do not use this metric. You'll need to have your own personal metrics where you record all the confirmed conversions. If it is a sale, it is a booking, and then you understand how much exactly each sale cost you. And this is an important metric because it will help you decide if the campaign you are running is really making any profit. You're getting a reasonable return on ad spend or investment, or you're losing money, so you can either drop it or improve it based on what recommendations you're provided by the platform. Number 8, let me clean that. Number 8, we have CPC. Now, I should have explained this when I was talking about clicks because they are closely related. CPC, so we have cost per click. Cost per click is just how much you pay when somebody clicks on an ad. Now, if you are running ads on Google, for instance, you only pay when a person clicks on the ad, and this is what CPC stands for. This varies based on competition of the keyword that you are running, based on your industry, and based on the the product itself that you are selling. You find that if you are selling an item like a pen and you have few competitors, you can even record CPCs of as low as 0.8 USD. But if you are doing an expensive or high-end digital marketing service, then this could go up to 100 or even 1,000. So that is the cost per click. Every click costs you 100 or so. And if you have lower conversions from more clicks, then Google makes it expensive. That is a concept that we can discuss later. The last term here is the conversion rate. We have conversion rate. This here is measured in percentage form. Let's clean that. This here is measured in percentage form. So out of all the impressions and the clicks that you get, how much of it is converting? Now, conversion rate varies also based on different industries. For service industries, it has been estimated that percentage of 15 to 20 is considered a successful conversion rate. For e-commerce platforms, it's lower. It goes even up to 1.5. I believe a conversion rate of 1.5% is much easier. The reason for this is that when you are running a service business and you have specifically set up such campaign, chances of you converting are much higher because this is somebody who is going there to search for this particular service at that particular time. Compared to when you are selling a product, somebody is let you just go and browse, and they may convert maybe months later, or they could also buy from somebody else. But for a service, if I'm looking for a cleaning service, for instance, I am only likely to go look for it whenever I need it or if I want to schedule it a month. But when it's a product, I can browse, think about a product, go and browse, and then I go back and buy it later from the same vendor or from a different vendor. So these are some of the terms that you need to understand. You can go through them one by one, understand what impressions mean, understand what impression share means, understand clicks, click-through rate, conversions, cost per conversion, cost per click, cost per action or acquisition, and conversion rates. So if you find this helpful, like it, share it, subscribe, drop in any questions you have below so that we can share more of similar contents and help you understand Google Ads, set up successful campaigns, and have more conversions for yourself or your clients. Bye.